Hi, it's Dr. Elisha Van Dusen at New Hope Chiropractic, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about foot problems, foot and ankle issues. Have you ever twisted your ankle? I'm sure you have. And have you ever noticed that there's some weakness of the ankle and foot afterwards? Well, that's fairly common because even though you've recovered from the pain, there's weakness and instability created by twisting and then also overstretching and spraining and straining those ligaments. Most common injury to the ankle is turning it in. It's called an inversion sprain. Like when playing sports, walking on even ground, wearing high heels, or just turning it over by stepping on a stone or the edge of a curb. That's the most common type of ankle sprain. It's called an inversion sprain. And occasionally the end of the bone on the outside of the ankle breaks, but more often than not, the ligaments of the ankle on the outside and front get torn and produce massive swelling and bruising. So it can take about 4 to 6 weeks to recover from this type of an injury, but the ligaments rarely repair satisfactorily and often become full of scar tissue with time, which is not elastic. So there's a decrease in movement, mobility. This increases the likelihood of rolling over again and having further sprains and strains. And these repeated traumas will influence the mechanics of the ankle and cause problems in the joint and also the structures that are located above, like for example the knee and also the spine. So these usually tend to become obvious after jogging, taking long walks, walking on uneven ground, and those are just a couple of the activities that can bring up issues and pain there. But as the symptoms may be in a distant joint, you don't necessarily think of that old ankle injury being the culprit. So chiropractic treatment can really help to prevent chronic and recurrent problems. And the chiropractor, like I will in my office, with a careful case history and exam, will be able to discover the cause of the ankle problem and then remedy it accordingly with chiropractic care. Pronation of the feet is another common issue that arises with the foot. We can recognize this, that it can be caused by a weakness in the calf and foot muscles, and it produces a distortion, for example, like flat feet, bunions, hammer toes, and also widening of the front of the foot. So although pronation is often a consequence of ankle instability, it can also occur on its own through various other factors like standing for long periods of time, bad shoes, or even inherited problems, tendencies. So we know a lot more now about foot pronation, and chiropractors as well as podiatrists will treat it with insoles and orthotics. That's another thing we can provide here is some custom orthotics to improve the alignment of the foot and keep it in proper alignment after it's adjusted. But it's important to deal with any mechanical and muscle imbalance problems that can exist, and chiropractor is typically the best place to go for that. What's flat feet? Well, that's another common issue that plagues a lot of people actually. Feet have two arches, one's on the inside and one's on the outside of the foot, and that allows for correct movement and propulsion of the foot. Wearing shoes on uneven surfaces means that the arches of the feet don't get used for shock absorbance very well. So the muscles weaken and eventually the arches drop, causing the person to become knock-kneed. That's where the knees kind of bow in a little bit, and you lose the arch in your foot. It puts more pressure on the inside joint of the knee. It can result in arthritis, cartilage problems, and a chiropractic assessment will determine if the arches have dropped. And if they have, this can be addressed by exercises to strengthen the muscles and use of the arches and the making of a proper orthotic, which will improve the arch support. And then also nerve irritation in the low back can cause weakness in the legs. And therefore chiropractic adjustments not only of the knees and the feet, but also of the lumbar spine, the low back, and the sacroiliac joints can help correct the problems in the spine that arise and contribute to the knee problems and foot problems. So at New Hope Chiropractic, as always, we're available to do a complimentary consultation to see if chiropractic can help you. And we look forward to helping you with your ankle and foot problems. Have a great day.